to a 30-minute yoga practice. I'm in here enjoying some air conditioning on this hot summer day. You might also see my dog Bean wandering around. He's also enjoying some air conditioning. And as I came to practice today, I've been thinking about the cycles of things and what my teacher, Kobe Kozlowski, talks about of everything has a beginning, a middle, an end, only to begin again. And so we have these chapters that end only for another chapter to begin. So this reflection on the cycles of everything. And I like to think about that in my yoga practice and to come back to that every once in a while to check in and see how things have shifted and changed as things progress. Noticing where I'm starting new chapters in my life, where I might be ending other chapters, where I'm in the middle of chapters, because we can be in different places at different parts and in different parts of our life, right? So taking this as a time to tune in and reflect a little bit on what's going on right now, and instead of having judgment or analysis of it, can I just observe it for exactly as it is, however it's unfolding. And since it's a hot summer day, we're going to start down on the back. As always, I've got a couple blocks and a blanket just in case. Feel free to put on your favorite music in the background, whatever it is to make this feel good for you. And then come join me on your back. Just coming down to the back with the knees bent, feet on the floor. And you can walk your feet out a little bit wider, maybe let the knees tent together if that feels good, or just keep the legs separate if that feels better. Hands can be on the belly, you can take them out. Feels good on a cold floor. Let the eyes close. Take a deep breath in and sigh out. And take another deep breath in and let it go. And giving yourself the next couple of breaths just to land here. Press pause on anything that's going on later in your day. Letting go of whatever happened prior to you getting on your mat. I'm just starting to turn the attention inside. Coming back to this idea of the cycles in your life. That everything has a beginning, a middle, an end, only to begin again. Where might you be starting new chapters? Where are you in the middle of chapters? And are there any chapters that are ending? Just taking a moment to tune into that. Observing where you are right now. And letting it be exactly as it is. Starting to bring some attention to the physical body, noticing how the physical body is showing up today in this space. Are there any places that might need a little extra love and care? Noticing how the mind is showing up, if there's lots of activity in the mind or if it's moving more slowly. Becoming aware of your energy. Are you coming to your mat with lots of energy, little energy, or somewhere in between? Just scanning through these layers, welcoming all that you find. And then start to bring the attention to the breath again. Follow the natural inhale and exhale. Notice where you feel the breath in the body. And then begin to gradually deepen the breath. Each inhale a little fuller than the one before. Each exhale a little softer, smoother, deeper. Begin to feel that expansion through the rib cage as you breathe deeply in. And let there be a softening of any tightness, any tension as you exhale the breath out. Take 3 more breaths like that. Deep breath in, filling the entire rib cage. And exhale it all out as you soften. Can you slow the breath down even a little more? Make it a little bigger. And then one more big breath in. And letting it go. And then bring one hand to your heart center, one hand to belly. Sending thanks, sending gratitude for getting on your mat today. Seeing if there's any further intention, dedication, focus for your practice, your day, or the rest of your week. And maybe it's just a matter of taking some time to pause, to reflect on where you are on your journey and where you've been. And then hands can stay where they are. You can bring them back to rest at your sides as you start to slowly turn the head side to side. Seeing if you can let the head just flop. Noticing how the neck is today. If there's any tension in the neck, any tightness in the neck. And then pause with the head straight up. Extend your legs long. Reach the arms overhead, hook the thumbs and stretch from your fingers down to your toes. Give the fingers and toes a little wiggle. And as you inhale, reach a little further. Oh. Exhale the arms out and down, hug your knees in towards you. And then rock a bit side to side, massaging out the back a little bit. And the more you hug the knees in, the more you might get into the mid-back. And if you lift the head up, you might get into the mid-back a bit more too. And then the more you let the knees come away from you, you'll get more into the low back. So you can kind of fine tune where do you want to feel this, what parts of your back need a little extra massage today. And if you find a spot that feels extra good to hang out in, feel free to just stay there for a little bit. A little extra massage and then find another spot. And keeping the knees together, circle them around. Again, changing where the pressure is of the back into the floor. Taking it one way and then switch it up. And then with the hand on each knee, circle the knees away from each other, getting more into the hips. Going one way and then the other. I'm just starting to feel how the body is showing up today. And keeping your right leg hugged in, extend your left leg long along the floor, reaching out through that foot. Soften the shoulders, let your head be heavy. Circle through the right ankle a couple times, moving through the toes. Taking it one way and then the other. And then begin to circle the right knee around. And the hands can stay with the knee, or you can let the knee roam free if you want a larger range of motion. Going one way and then the other. And then pause and center. Right hand stays with the knee as it opens up wide and just flopping out towards the floor there. Left arm can come out to the side. And take a deep breath in, relaxing the shoulders, let your head be heavy, and side out. And then inhale the leg back to center. Switch the hold so the left hand is with the knee. Right arm comes out and start to cross the leg over. Just make sure. Crossing the leg over. Relax the shoulder. Arm can come out to the side again if you want. Or it can stay closer. You can have the hand resting on the ribs or just have it down by the side. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And then come back through center. Hug that knee. Interlace the hands behind the knee and then reach the foot up high. And the knee can stay as bent as it needs to so that the hamstrings feel all right, the low back feels all right. I'm just starting to press up through the foot, through the ball of the foot as well as the heel. Getting a little stretch into the calf maybe as well. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach long and draw it in. And reach long and draw it in. One more time, extend it long. Stretch the arms overhead and then slowly lower the leg down. Once the leg lands, hook the thumbs, stretch from your fingers to toes again. Notice any difference in the two legs. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Exhale the arms out and down and hug your left leg in. Reaching out through your right foot, getting a little more stretch to the top of your right leg. Circle through the left ankle. Going one way and then the other. Point and flex toes, just move through that foot. And then begin to circle your left knee around. You can have the hands stay with the knee, or again, if it feels better to let the knee roam free, have a little more range of motion, you can do that. Taking it in both directions, and then pause and center. Left hand with the knee, right arm out to the side, and let your left knee flop open. Relax to the face. Make sure you're not clenching the jaw or the tongue. Take a deep breath in. And sigh out. The breath being a great reminder of these cycles that we're part of, and that everything has a beginning, a middle, an end, only to begin again. Just like the breath, just like the seasons. Inhale the knee back. Right hand stays with the knee, left hand out to the side, and start to cross that leg over. And the arm can stay out. You can bring it closer to your side if that feels better, or have the hand rest on the ribs. Depending on how your shoulder is or how tight it feels today, you might want to change where the arm is. On your next inhale, come back up. Interlace the hands behind your knee and reach the foot up high. Knee is bent as much as it needs to be. Press out through your ball of the foot, through the heel. Spread your toes nice and wide. Getting a little stretch to the back of the leg. And then as you exhale, bend the knee in towards you. Inhale, extend the leg long. Exhale, draw it in. And extend long and draw it in. Last time extending it long. Stretch the arms up tall. Hook the thumbs, maybe the other thumbs on top. One feels normal, one feels awkward. Slowly lower down. Stretch out through the fingers and toes. Inhale, get longer. Exhale, arms out and down. Hug your knees in towards you. Rock a bit side to side. And then start to rock and roll along the length of the spine. So coming all the way down onto your back and back up. Just getting a little stretch through the back body here. Feel free to put extra padding down, or if this doesn't feel good, just come to meet me up in a seat. I'm just going to take one more here, and then rock yourself all the way up to a seat. When you get there, start to take big circles through the torso. Moving nice and slow, going all the way around. One way, and then take it the other way. And then coming back up to a nice long spine. Inhale, arms out and up, stretch tall. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, out and down. Bring the hands to the lap. Roll through the shoulders a couple times. And then bring the hands onto the shoulders, elbows out wide. Circle your elbows forward. And then circle elbows back. Inhale, arms out and up, stretch tall. Take the hands out in front of you, hips pull back as you crawl the fingers forward any amount until you start to feel that stretch into the outer hips. Pausing there, take a deep breath in, fill the back ribs, back lungs, and sigh out. Walk your fingers towards you, roll on up. And then change the cross of the legs. Inhale, the arms stretch tall. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, arms tall. Exhale and twist to your right, bringing the left hand to the right knee, right hand back behind you. Inhale up and twist to the left. Inhale up and twist right. And again up and twist left. Come back through center, arms stretch tall. Take the arms out and down, bring the fingertips to touch down behind you. Roll the shoulders back, broaden across the chest, gaze upward, open up. And release. Inhale, arms stretch tall. Exhale, the hands out in front of you, hips pull back, crawl the fingers forward. Give me a little stretch into the outer hips again. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Walk your hands back towards you, roll on up. Then take the legs out, give them a little wiggle and a shake. Let go of any tightness, any tension. Point and flex through toes. Bring the feet over to one side and come on up to a tabletop. So as you find your tabletop, if the knees are feeling sensitive, you can place a blanket, a pillow underneath them. If the wrists are sensitive, work on fists or roll the edge of your mat up, like so. Then you have a little bit less of an angle in the wrists. So do what you need to do so this position works for you. Nice and long through the spine, hips pulling back, crown of the head reaching out in front of you. And as you inhale, arc open. Exhale, curl. Just moving through the spine a bit more, arc open. And curl. Each pose having a beginning, a middle, and an end. Only to shift and change again. Just tuning in, where are you in your journey? Where are you in this moment? Come back to a neutral spine. Sweep the feet to the right, look over the shoulder at the feet. And then take them to the left, look over the shoulder, C curve. And one more time to the right, stretching out the left ribs. And to the left, stretch out the right ribs. And back to center. Take the knees wide, big toes touch, reach the hips back for heels. Stretch the fingers out in front of you, nice long spine. Walk the hands over to the right, stretch out the left side a little more. Take the hands back through center and over to the left side. Stretch out your right side some more. Come back through center. Spread the fingers wide. Look up towards your hands. Inhale, come up. Bring the knees right underneath hips again. Curl your toes under. Stretch the hips back to heel. Stretch out your toes a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Side out. One more big breath in. Let it go. Inhale back to center. Undo the toes. Give them a gentle tap out. Bring your left foot through between your hands. Hands staying on the floor, or you can bring them up to the blocks. Walk your toes forward so that as you start to sink your hips down and forward, that front knee is stacked over the ankle. You can also do that by walking the back knee back a little bit more if needed. Feeling a nice big stretch of the front of the back leg, rolling the shoulders back, heart draws forward. And just taking a couple of deep breaths here. You can move the head around, feel into the neck some, if the neck feels tight at all in places. And as you exhale, begin to pull the hips back, walking your hands or your blocks back. Flex the toes towards you. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, pull it back. And come forward. And pull it back. Last time, come forward. Right hand is down on the floor or your block. You can take it off to the side some more. Left hand comes to the left knee. Press into the knee and twist yourself, gazing out over that top shoulder. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Bring the left hand on the inside of the foot. Walk your hands over to the right. And notice in doing that, if the knee is trying to come with you, and can you encourage the knee to stay back? So stay knee as you come here. Either staying with straight arms, or as you exhale, bend the elbows wide, heart melts down. Inhale, press back up. Walk your hands back. Frame that front foot again. Pull your hips back, moving that leg towards straight. Flex the toes towards you, and turn the toes in and out. Pause the toes straight up. Come forward again. This time, curl the toes under, lift the back knee off the ground, low lunge. If you want to, this is when you might want some blocks, making your arms a little longer, easier to touch the floor. And then begin to pull your hips back, moving around to the right, to the wide side of your mat, as you pivot the feet into a wide-legged forward fold. Toes are in line with each other, heels are in line with each other. And shift a bit side to side, bending into one knee and then the other. And then pause with your right leg bent, left leg straight. Walk your hands around to the right some more, to the back of your mat. Adjust the feet so they're about hip distance apart, and gently lower that back knee down again. So finding your low down lunge on the second side, making sure that you are in alignment here so that front knee is lined up over the ankle, it's not going past. Roll the shoulders back, heart draws forward. And if you're using blocks, you can do them at any height, so they can be higher if you need to be a little higher on this day. You can move them down to the low side if that feels better, so just finding what works for you today. Then on your next exhale, begin to pull the hips back, moving hands or blocks back. Flex the toes towards you. Inhale, come forward. Heart draws forward, gaze out ahead. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, take it back. One more time, come forward. You can move the left hand out to the left a little bit more. Right hand comes to the right knee. Pressing into the knee, twist, and gaze out over that top shoulder. And then gently release. Bring the arm on the inside of the leg. Walk the hands or the blocks to the left. As you do so, again, make sure that knee doesn't follow you. You want to keep it over the ankle. So you're getting more stretch through the inner thigh that way. Either stay with straight arms, or as you exhale, elbows bend, heart melts down. And press back up. Walk your hands back. Frame that front foot. And then pull the hips back again. Walk your blocks or your hands back. Flex the toes. Turn the toes in and out. Pause and center. Walk forward again. Hands framing that foot. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee off the ground. Then begin to pull the hips back again. Walk your hands to the left, to the wide side of your mat again, pivoting into the wide-legged forward fold. Adjusting the feet so the toes are in line with each other, heels are in line with each other. Knees can bend as much as they need to. Then start to shift it side to side. Bending a little more into one knee and then the other. Getting some stretch into the inner thighs. Pause and center. Right hand stays down, left arm sweeps out and up, stretch tall. Exhale the hand down. Inhale the right arm up, stretch tall. And bring it down. Walk the hands to the right, stretch out your left side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Walk your hands back to center and over to the other side. Stretching out your right ribs. Take another deep breath in. Let it go. Keep walking around to that side. Pivot your feet to face the front of your mat again. Then gently drop the back knee down. Step your front foot back. Knees come wide, big toes touch again. And come back to that child's pose. Hips pull back to heels. Rest the head down. Arms can be extended out. You can also make a pillow with the hands if that feels better. Arms can even rest along the side, turning your head to one side. Just pause for a moment here. Bring the hands by your knees, then pressing into the hands, roll on up through the spine. Hips come over to one side, extend the legs out in front of you. Arms come out in front of you and start to walk yourself forward. Walk, walk, walk. Walk all the way to the front of your mat, to the very edge. And then take it back. This is sometimes when you lose your pants. So always feel free to give them a little hike up as you walk back, all the way to the back of your mat. And then come forward until you're halfway down. Make sure you have some space behind you. Have some space. Inhale, arms stretch tall. Little tuck of the tailbone, slowly roll down, dragging your heels along the floor. Lower all the way down. When you land, stretch the arms overhead again. Reach from fingers to toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, reach long. Exhale the arms down by the sides. And settling in for a brief Shavasana to round off your practice. Making any adjustments to get more comfortable here. Invite the eyes to close. Tuning in again. Noticing how you feel at this point in your practice. So you come to the end of your practice. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out. Relax, release. Take some time to rest and recharge. Everything has a beginning, a middle, an end, only to begin again. So as you come to the end here, if you have extra time, feel free to stay here as long as you want. Rest as long as you need. The next chapter needs to start sooner rather than later. Start to bring more attention back to the breath. Inviting in a fuller, more energizing inhale, followed by a soft, smooth exhale. Bring little movements back that feel natural. You may start with a wiggle of fingers and toes. There might be a stretch calling your name. And then bend one knee and the other, bringing the feet back to the floor. Let the head gently flop side to side. And turn on over to one side, pausing there. Then in any way that feels sweet and supportive, start to help yourself back on up to a comfortable seat. Eyes can stay closed, you just have a soft, fuzzy gaze as you come all the way up. Bring one hand to heart center, other hand stacks on top of it. And bow the head towards hands and heart, thanking yourself for showing up, for playing yoga today, and giving yourself this gift of time on your mat. Inhale the head back up, and bow to the wonder and wisdom within you. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me for some yoga. Bean and I wish you a lovely rest of your day. Until next time. Bye.